life is all about living with humility. As time ticks, I would like to enjoy to live life and learn every moment of it while getting away from the formula-driven society. I'm able to draw inspiration from the simplest of things that are happening in our daily lives. I get inspired by women bent double, working long hours, planting rice, or by homemakers who cook meals daily for their families. I'm inspired by all the doctors or nurses who put their lives at risk to save others, or young mothers who breastfeed their newborn babies. Women around the world perform simplest of tasks round the clock to keep the fabric of society running, yet their work gets unnoticed. Surely, their work deserves commendation. Perhaps this is life, this is inspiration.
Making use of this opportunity, I want to honor a special lady. Because when I grew up in the Netherlands, I didn't have a female role model, someone who I could look up to, who I could relate to, and that showed me that my aspirations are achievable. When this lady came along, I was very happy. A few years ago, she was my first national director. She is also Miss Supranational Netherlands 2013. Her name is Leila Ekbedion. Besides all this, she's a nurse, she's an international model, and an activist. To honor her and my experience as well, I want to make a promise. I know it's a promise that I can keep because I'm already living by it. So, with my hand on my heart, I promise that I will help forge positive visibility of women in society.
On this International Women's Day, I'm paying tribute to an inspirational woman in my life. Jules, or as I call her, my fairy godmother, recognized a light inside of me and my potential before I ever did. She's the reason I'm standing in front of you making this video today.
I'd like to share something to all of you. I do have respect for Naomi Osaka, who is a professional tennis player from Japan. She keeps inspiring me, and I like to spread this message for me. So let's talk. In my country, Japan still has so many gender gaps or racial discrimination, especially some people to judge by skin color, outlook, or something different from the other. And I also had experience that I was bullied. It was just because my face and body structure was not like typical Japanese. But what is the definition of standard or normal? Who can decide that? I believe that we are unique with our own way, and which is beautiful things. So that's why I admire Naomi Osaka's strong messages and action to the other about racial or gender problems for this generation and society. And for me, as Miss Japan, I like to use my voice to influence women, especially younger generation as well. Not only Japan, to all of the world. Let's unite and hand together.
I want to make a shout out to a special woman who has inspired and encouraged me to where I am today. That somebody is Manuela, my director. She is the one who showed me that I can grow from a 0 to 100. And as long as I just never give up, I will achieve my dreams.
Today, I would like to pay tribute to not only one woman, but to 11 amazing women. The Miss Supranational Namibia 2020 finalists, my sisters. Looking back at our journey, I just realized again how much I've learned from each lady, especially in our wonderfully diverse country, where we're all from different cultures and backgrounds. Sometimes we had to travel far to make events and rehearsals, sometimes with limited resources. It was just astonishing to see each lady there every single time, working hard to better themselves, to make themselves the best that they could be. Not only themselves, not only the other contestants, but their communities. And that has motivated me to empower myself, and it's taught me how to empower other women. And most importantly, it taught me that it is okay if not everybody understands what you're going through or the work that you've put in.
At the tender age of 6, I witnessed an iconic moment not only for myself but women all over the world. I vividly remember you gracing the stage with poise and charisma and a flavor that's undeniably Trimbagonian. You truly inspired me to become the woman that's standing in front of you today, and that I truly should love myself in the skin that I'm in, and that representation truly matters. This tribute goes out to the amazing and beautiful Miss Universe 1998, Wendy Fitzwilliam. I just want to take this moment and this space to say thank you so much for being such a beacon of hope for young women like myself, not only in Trinidad and Tobago, but everywhere.
Welcome you all to join me and celebrate all the powerful women all over the world, especially the Mirabal sisters, las hermanas Mirabal, who had the bravery and courage to fight in my country and to defend women's rights.
So today, I am paying a tribute to a special woman who inspired me to be where I am today. Whenever I feel down, I listen to Priyanka Chopra's speeches and videos on YouTube. Her achievements not just inspires me but also motivates me to be where I am today. She brings so much of positiveness into the world.
I was once told that marriage and building a family would hinder dreams, careers, self-love, and self-discovery, especially for women. However, Lady Diana proved me wrong. She married at 19, and her fate through the spotlight life she was not delighted with cultivated a purposeful life out of it that might have been called a life that changed the world. Lady Diana's reputable philanthropic figure in raising humanitarian awarenesses, fighting for environments and against landmines makes her an unstoppable woman. Lady Diana was a powerful woman who reassured myself that it's okay to speak my mind and break borders. She was my extra push to do more great things for people. I want to touch millions of lives the way she did. I want to continue that legacy of kindness, compassion, and generosity that hopefully I could imitate and exhibit for today's and future generations. I believe that type of kindness exists in each and every one of us, just that some needs it to be lifted up to the surface.
Don't try to squeeze into a glass slipper. Instead, shatter the glass ceiling. This is one of my favorite quotes by Priyanka Chopra, who has inspired me in not one, but many ways. From a small town girl to becoming a global icon, she is a living example that hard work and determination can make anyone limitless. And as humans, another responsibility we have is towards each other. This is why Priyanka Chopra, being a great philanthropist, leads by example. Her work with UNICEF that promotes children's rights with focus on girls' education is extraordinary. I've grown up seeing my mother, a school principal, working religiously towards the welfare of underprivileged kids. So I've always wished to make a difference in the lives of the less fortunate. However, it was Priyanka's generous approach that gave fuel to my fire as I've actively started working with Robin Hood Army. What I admire about her the most is that she has not limited herself to acting, but she is also a fine singer, a producer, and an entrepreneur, with her hair care line being recently launched. And I personally feel so encouraged by that, as someday I too wish to launch my own hair products, specially suited to curly hair. I've now learned to spread my beautiful wings without constantly worrying about the outcome. After all, the book of life's experiences will always be unfinished, which is aptly the title of her recent book. Kudos to the author in her and in each one of us for having the courage to write our own destiny.
And I'd like to share two incredible role models in my life. The first is my mother, who has raised me into the strong, confident, and happy woman that I am today. She has also supported me in being fearless through anything that I've faced. The second is our very own Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton. She has taught me from a young age to find the beauty and the grace in every situation.
Jumbo everyone, I believe all our dreams can come true if only we have the courage to pursue them. The late Professor Wangari Maathai showed this to us with her endless efforts of being kind to Mother Earth and the importance of living in peace and harmony amongst ourselves. This led to her being the first African woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Hence, she's a great inspiration in my life. She was a leader and an iron lady that did not let any barriers get into her way. Hence, her legacy still lives on to date.
Este 8 de marzo brindo mi mayor admiración a Sandra Coleman, mujer que a pesar de su situación económica logró salir adelante y convertirse en especialista en ingeniería eléctrica y física, destacando su labor en la NASA, en proyectos sociales muy importantes, siendo así un ejemplo para muchas mujeres.
The special woman that has inspired me is a local fashion connoisseur and business mogul, Bitsy Turnquest. She is a woman that empowers other women to rise in their beauty and connect to their purpose. I've had the privilege to glean from this signature woman, and she's taught me that as queens, we're mandated to be the change. As she puts it, if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. And that's inspired me to challenge the status quo to be the change that I want to see. And that change includes every girl.
On this day, I choose to appreciate our very own Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, who has brought not just smiles but hope to people, commissioning of health centers, construction of libraries, and empowering women through skill development and entrepreneurship. A definite drive to my passion.
In this International Women's Day, I want to pay tribute to a woman that I admire and used to hear a lot about her while I was growing up. She's even from the same small town that I am from. Angelita Lind was an athlete who even had the opportunity to represent Puerto Rico in various international tournaments, including the Olympics from 1984. Being from a small town and having the opportunity to achieve all of this success in the athletic world opened the door and inspired many young athletes, including myself.
Women have to feel more than a solution. We are not part of the problem. It's important to fight for women's rights all over the world. Together we can make it.
I would love to share with you which woman I look up to, which is Lily Singh. She's a YouTuber. I've been watching her since I was 15, maybe even 14, I don't really remember. The reason I look up to her is because she's a very strong believer of envisioning what you want in life, but also working hard toward the thing you want to achieve. So every beginning of the year, she makes a vision board with all the things she wants to achieve, no matter how small or big. She's not afraid to dream big. It's a very powerful thing to take from her drive and the way she looks at things in life.
For me, one of those women is Clara Gonzalez, the first Panamanian to obtain a law degree and the first Latin American to obtain a doctorate in law from the New York University, and who belonged to the Inter-American Commission of Women who fight for democracy and gender equality. Her determination has been an inspiration for me, and being part of the foundation that bears her name has been an honor and lifelong learning.
A woman who really inspires me and one that I would love to pay tribute to is Dr. Patience Ntani, also famously known as Dr. Pesci. I just love her energy, the woman that she is. She worked so hard to become a specialist anesthesiologist, but she's still at a place where she's so humble and giving back of her energy, of her time, and it's something that I would want to be one day.